Boom!
Dude, wake up, get that girl turned on just to get a little bit. The only Dude, wake up, get that girl turned on just to get a little bit. The only woman in the morning I want to turn on is Becky Quick. Why the average man's looking at butt and boobs like she fine as hell. I'm over here looking at tails and wicks like buy or sale, I left a mayhem for the market. Nah, I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got drop triggered my stop losses. But I ain't got time for your WAP. My VW app's crossing rich with hot V's, from pushing hotkeys, strategies, and plans to make grands. Still in my wife beater Batman pajamas. House slides in about 5 hot picks of the day, cause I like the way the Dow bounce for hot dips on call. So I got options 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottom. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my Mackie D? You see, we're different in the way we move. You move with kittens. And your dogs, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, I grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the futures, fucking up some commas, I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up watching them candles, make profits. While I'm still in my sandals and making profits. They used to watch me move them packs, Jigga stop it. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ, making profits. Used to run from the ATF and the coppers. Now I run down ETFs and make profits. I jump on the bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up watching them. Candles, make profits. While I'm still in my sandals and making profits. See me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money? He said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming. But I got support here with me. I called her short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stays on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawkish, mother rucker. Get your SPY hit. I'll double top that jigga. Head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over because I see John Wicks in contracts. If I say I made 1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them Roblox off. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up watching them candles, make profits. While I'm still in my sandals and making profits. They used to watch me move them packs, jigga stop it. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ, making profits. Used to run from the ATF and the coppers. Now I run down ETFs and make profits. Hey, my family at Gold, what we do, man? Make profits. Hey, Suge Mike, what we doing, dog? Make profits. Yo, Wolf Professor, what we do? Make profits. That TTG money gang, we making profits. We some snipers.
Oh my God. Yo, that was a pretty epic introduction. Who would have known that Jerome Powell can spit them bars like that? You never would have known it. You never would have known. I just saw this man yesterday on the panel going over the 25 basis point increase. He didn't have that kind of swag. I don't know where that came from. I guess he's been holding out on us this entire time. What's up, folks? You can already tell by that intro. It's going to be one hell of a live stream. It's all about earnings here today. All right. The day after the Fed meeting, you had some wild, crazy action in the regional banks, a bit of a lie spread across by some short sellers that caused absolute mayhem and havoc in the regional banking sector as the markets traded a little bit further to the downside following yesterday's meeting and the sell-off after Jerome Powell was done speaking. Earnings today, you got a handful of companies: Lyft, Booking, Coin, Expedia, Dash, and most important, Apple. Apple coming out at 4:30, so in just about 20 minutes. So, folks, you better get ready to get down to business here on this live. We got a lot to discuss, a lot to cover. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, but now the current head trader, co-founder of True Trading Group. If you guys don't know by now, we are the fastest growing and highest rated premium online education platform available today. If you're ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here for free with myself, other TGD Pro trading mods, and special guests. Drop golden nuggets, give you free lessons, education, and trade ideas that can help you become better traders. So take a moment and smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. Make sure you never miss out on any of these live streams. Why should you care about missing out on any of them? Well, simple. I did not figure this stuff out on my own. I began my career working at a fund in New York City. My first job out of college, I had to go through a 3-month educational training program where I was taught by other professionals the proper way to navigate these markets. I did not have to figure this stuff out on my own. Then 2008 happened. That was the Great Recession and the stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of TTG, and along with my team of 9 professional trading mods and over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of traders from all over the world reach their goals. We have members in over 100 different countries, truly a global community, and we're the fastest growing platform out there because we combine university-level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools. We do workshops and provide mentorship for stocks, options, crypto, and futures for all styles of trading: day trading, swing trading, also long-term investing. We cover all of it, something for everybody inside TTG. See, but we take that university level of curriculum and we pair it with today's top financial tools that are worth over $5,000 a year on their own. These are tools that you need. They give you more information to help you make better decisions, but they're expensive, $5-6 grand a year. That's why we spent time building relationships with these companies so we can put their products and tools on our platform at no additional cost to you. So right away, saves you around $5,000-6,000. You're also going to get access to all of our members, the most educated, helpful, and successful community of traders you'll ever find, and of course, all the trade alerts from the mods and I that I've been able to maintain a cumulative win rate of just around 80% now going on the last 3 years. So again, take a moment and smash that like button, folks. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you never miss out on any of these live streams, folks. It is one hell of a day. Okay, another triple digit gain trade inside of the True Trading Group community. I'm getting actually pretty sick and tired of coming on these live streams day after day, talking about the trade of the day inside of True Trading Group. I told you last week we had 11 triple digit gain trade alerts called out by the moderators and executed in chat last week. 11. Absolutely insane. Unheard of. Now, I did not expect to continue the pace of 11 a week. I mean, let's be serious. 11 a week is pretty nuts. But here we are, and we just hit our third triple-digit gain of the week. First, it was Amazon. Then it was Adobe. Today, it's Sunrun. If you guys are sitting on the sidelines right now throughout this market environment, you are doing yourself a massive disservice. If you are letting other people talk you into focusing on things like Mullen, instead of focusing on the markets and on real stocks that are moving around like penny stocks, then you have companies that are mid caps, large caps, mega caps that are moving around like a penny stock, that are giving you the same type of percentage gain opportunities as you might look for in a penny stock. That's the problem. A lot of people think, oh, I have a small account, so in order for me to make any kind of real money, I've got to buy some garbage 20-cent stock. You don't have to buy some 20-cent stock in order for you to make money. You don't have to buy a 20-cent stock in order for you to make 100% gain. Because the volatility that's in this market is creating tremendous opportunity. Opportunity that is allowing traders like you and I to make money on a regular basis. The reality of the matter is, members of True Trading Group are making money right now, and they're becoming better traders. How could they not? With now 11 or 14 triple-digit gain trade alerts called out in chat within the last 2 weeks inside of True Trading Group. You don't have to take my word for it. Don't listen to me. Listen to members themselves. Members, you tell me. Type the $ in chat if you guys are making money and you're becoming better traders with True Trading Group. Just go ahead right now and type the $. Anybody that's on here that's not a member, my advice is to count how many people are about to type the $, because these people typing the $ are just like you. These aren't bots. These are real people, folks. They found True Trading Group the same way you did one of these live streams. They learned more in an hour and a half, and they learned the entire last year on their own. And now they're telling you that they're making money. They're becoming better traders. It's not a secret. It's real education. It's real tools. It's a real community. And they are led by 9 professional trading mods each and every single day that tell them exactly what they're going to do before they actually do it. You don't have to worry about trying to chase trade alerts inside TTG. The mods and I tell you what prices we're getting long and what prices we're getting short before we actually get into it. Okay? Simple as that. Okay? Now, trade of the day today. All right, trade of the day. I want to go ahead right now, guys. I want to bring on one of the TTD Pro Trading moderators in True Trading Group to go over her trade of the day. And that is a big ayo TTG welcome to none other than Jessica Woodard.
Yo.
There she is. Jess, awesome trade today.
Thank you.
I mean, just an absolute bomb of a trade. Talk us through this.
It's one I've been watching for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah, this is something that you've been talking about. I mean, you traded it a couple of times the last couple of weeks. You've been really following this thing, waiting for that earnings print. I mean, this was like, what was it, like a 5-to-1, 6-to-1 risk reward type of trade?
5-to-1. Yeah.
That's insane. You know, usually people talk about trying to get a 2-to-1, and you're over here ripping out 5-to-1s. So congrats all of the members of True Trading Group that hit this thing with Jess. Jess, talk us through this trade. What was the analysis? Like, what did you see that made you want to go after this thing? And talk me through the trade itself.
Yeah. The last couple weeks, as I've been talking about this, we've been in STR and I've been talking about it in main chat. We've actually traded a few of these trades in the consolidation, but I'll walk you guys through like the bigger picture of what I was looking for. Because I think last week I was on here and I had 100% on run last week, I think. So
yeah, it was Sunrun again. It was last week you had 100% on Sunrun.
Yeah,
it's just like it's getting abusive at this point.
I know. Roblox is like, oh, fine, I'll just do whatever I want. You love Sunrun anyway. No, just kidding. So for the last few weeks, I've been watching Sunrun form a bear flag on the daily chart. And, in that flag, we decreased volume in the consolidation period of the flag. Now, that's generally a good sign because then you look for an increase of volume in the break of the flag, especially on a larger time frame like this. Okay. So, Mike, actually, if you'll draw the flag out so they can see what I'm talking about. Yep, from there. So we broke out of that flag 3 days ago, right? And I told members that, they had earnings coming up. I didn't want to jump in front of earnings because it's a total coin flip. You never know. And a lot of members were like, well, ENPH missed, FSLR missed. And I just personally don't like to take those risks because if I did, I would be playing roulette in a casino, right? It's a lot more fun to do that, but this is my profession. Like this is my job. And so, I hold discipline for myself not to jump in front of trades like that because it's foolish in my opinion. So I told members I'm going to wait for earnings to come out. And if I miss the trade, I miss the trade, but I'm going to look for it to reset up for us. So earnings came out yesterday, and I told members this morning that I wanted to see us retest 20. Okay, that's the break of the flag just below it. And then you also have your daily trend line that sits up there. So I wanted to see a retest of that area again, which I did not get. So we opened up today and right off the bell, run just it was gone. It just stinked. So I got back on the mic and I said, okay, that plan is gone. We're not going to retest 20 at this point. Now what I'm looking for is a retest of 19, which is your previous day's low. Okay, and that's your open. So that I wanted to see a retest of that level and a reject up there. We went right up into that level and we rejected, and I got short at 1912 was my entry, and my stop was at 1940 area. So I was watching a few things. I wanted to see what the volume looked like as we were testing that level. I wanted to see if we would reject and put a wick up there. So I wanted to give it some room. But if we broke up through there, I would get out of the trade. And I told members I'll look to reposition up at that $20 area. So got short at 1912 with a stop at 1940. And I said my first take profit is low a day. That's exactly what we did. First take profit came off at 1819 was my fill there. And then we flagged there for a bit. So we double bottomed, but we flagged underneath the trade line and VWAP. And then we rejected up there and we took our next take profit at 1772 was the next fill order through the low of day. And then a piece came off at 1756 in front of support. And then I was like, all right, guys, I'm just going to split this last piece into two. Cause at this point, this was a monster already. This was a monster already.
You were risking 30 cents.
Yeah. And what time? This was by this point, it was 10:45. I think we took that profit somewhere around there. It was literally we were an hour and maybe 30 minutes into the day. And so I was like, all right, guys, I'm just going to split this up into two. We're going to see what happens. So my next take profit came off in front of 1723 because 1725 is support. So that was my fill there. And then 1705 was my final fill. Right. So this was literally a monster. My husband called me and he was like, oh my gosh, babe, I'll cook dinner tonight. This was at 10:50. And I was like, babe, I gotta go. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna update my app. And I was like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't want you to mess up my platform. And I was like, stop stalking me at work. I don't watch you work.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh man. That is so funny. Yeah, I mean, this is when you catch guys, you gotta realize when you catch a trade like this type of trade can make your whole week. I mean, this thing is just, you're talking about a 5-to-1 on that final take profit. I mean, and this is just beautiful execution of the tier trading strategy, which you guys will learn as a member of True Trading Group, taking profits in pieces so you can stay in the trade longer and really maximize and get as much profit as you can out of the trades that you're right on. A lot of people really struggle. And this is something Jess is very, very good at, is riding and leaning on those winning trades and allowing herself to get as much out of these trades as she can by getting rid of the position in pieces instead of all at once. And that's how you end up you stay in the trade when you get these really big follow through moves, and you make so much more money on these winning trades than you would ever lose on a losing trade. And you can have one winning trade like this could wipe out 3 losing trades because of the 5-to-1 risk reward that you're capitalizing on when you get this tremendous follow through. And it was just beautifully executed. I got to tell you, Jess, I love the adjustment on the game plan, because I mean, it was after the earnings, it was such a big gap down. You sit there and say, you know what, that's too big of a move back up there towards that level to be able to get into it. And then that readjustment at 19, and I drew the line across so that viewers can see here, but you guys can see $19 was lows of the day back here. You can see this very strong double bottom back there on the 26th, low of the day on the 2nd, and then yesterday's low from the 3rd. And then today you gapped underneath it. And then just relying on that as resistance to take the entry. One thing that you guys will learn as a member of True Trading Group is to get your entries as price comes to you instead of you running to price. One of the things that you'll notice one of the very big differences between a professional trader and just, someone that's just trying to find their way is a professional trader will let a stock come to their price target rather than chase the price of the stock. And Jess's entry here is a prime example of that. If the resistance level is $19, you can see the stock runs up to 19 and just gets her fill. An inexperienced trader would let the stock get to that level and wait for the stock to get down to here to say, oh, look, there's resistance. And they get their fill down here around, let's say, $18.40 or $18.30. And now you're much further away from your stop loss than Jess is. The closer you can get into a position to your stop loss, the bigger your position size can be. And that's how you can really maximize your profits on a trade like this. And that's exactly what Jess was able to do with a 5-to-1. Awesome trade.
Exactly. And I think it's important to touch on this. I did a little bit in chat today, but I talked about this in Palooza because, as many of you know, I have an insanely busy schedule. And so there are days sometimes that I can't trade. Like yesterday, I couldn't trade. I was insanely busy and I couldn't trade. And so, I had watched Sunrun throughout the day as I was doing things and stuff, but it's important that you always have your game plans ready and that you always have your analysis lined up, regardless if you're able to trade that night or that day or not, because this keeps you active in the market, right? This keeps you active in your trade plans, whether you're trading them or not. You're always in tune with what's going on with the stock. And I'm always in tune with what's going on because every solitary day I look at my trades. Right? I look at Sunrun, Roblox, Square, like AMD. Every day I go through those charts, regardless if I can trade the next day or not. Because today I had a busy day lined out again, and all of my appointments canceled, and I was able to slay Sunrun. Like you always have to be active in the market, and being patient sometimes is you being active. Right? You just being patient and waiting until you can trade, until you can execute a monster trade like this where you can boom and whoop, there it is. Like those are your trades. And that is the best feeling when you can have a whoop, there it is on your own damn trade. That is the best feeling. And you learn how to do this here at True Trading Group. Like we teach you this stuff.
Absolutely.
Like you just don't follow us all day.
Absolutely.
You learn how to do all this in the courses and in chat and through like your fellow peers. And like, we're all teaching each other all day long. You learn how to fish here and you will have your own booms if you stay consistent in who you are as a trader. And I hope that you guys can see that because you see, Chai get on here and trade EMPH, right? Which is really volatile. I get on here and I trade run, and it's like they're both sexy trades, so it's all about who you are as a trader, and those booms will come. You just have to stay consistent. You have to stay consistent.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And this is just a purely just a traded like a true pro, executed, analyze, adjusted, entry, take profits from start to finish. Just a phenomenal trade. And how long have you been trading, Jess?
Oh boy, I've been trading for, well, I'm coming up on my 2-year mod-iversary.
Your
So
2-year mod anniversary. I
we're
love
coming
that.
up on that. So I've been trading.
Oh no!
We are. So 2 years, 7 months, something like that.
I love it. I want to, and I asked Jess that. I knew the answer, obviously, to this question. Okay, but I asked Jess this because I want people to look at your trading, Jess, and a lot of people will look at it. They'll aspire to get to have that analysis, to have the confidence to enter when you did, to take the profits, and then say that's exactly where I want to get to. Well, 2 years and 7 months ago, Jess did not necessarily know what VWAP was. And yet here she is now as a full-time professional trading mod at True Trading Group, executing triple-digit gain trades like this for members of True Trading Group. So that's why I point that out. You guys, your goals are a lot closer than you think. Okay, your goals are closer than you think. And let this be a prime example of that. Jess, I don't mean to cut us off, but Apple earnings are due out in about 45 seconds.
No, absolutely.
So I do want to cover Apple's earnings, but congratulations on an absolute monstrosity of a trade. Congratulations on this huge win. And all of our members, congratulations. Everyone that followed Jess on Sunrun. We'll be looking for more booms, and whoop, there it is tomorrow.
Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow in chat.
Yep. Great job, Jess. Congrats again. Oh, I love it, guys. I love watching the progression of our mods. For those of you that don't know, and here comes we're waiting on earnings coming out here from Apple. And here we go. Apple to the upside, right off of their first alert here. Right off of this, I'll give you guys all of the details and all of the numbers as Apple earnings are sending this stock flying. Moving higher here, guys. We're now up at 170 and a half. 170. Wait a second. Are we back? Not quite. Not quite. I thought maybe we'd get to all-time highs. Earnings per share beat $1.52 versus $1.43. So you have a beat on earnings per share. Okay. Sales are a beat, $94.8 billion. The expectation was $92.96 billion. I want to know about the guidance. The guidance is really the only thing that I care about. They are announcing they've raised their dividend raised their dividend 4%. So raising their dividend 4%, that's nice. You got the share buyback program. iPhone sales are 51 billion. iPad sales are 6.67 billion. The stock is now beginning to retrace on weak Mac revenues. Mac revenues missed. iPad sales missed. So they from 23. That's only a penny a share. The 4% dividend increase is only a penny a share. The dividend went from 23 cents to 24 cents. Apple services revenue came in light, 20.91 versus 20.97. I'm giving you all the breakdown, and they did authorize the $90 billion share buyback. That was highly expected. It was expected they were going to do a $90 billion share buyback, and they did approve it. They approved a $90 billion share buyback on Apple. Q3, okay, Q2, 23, yep. Mac sales, 7.16 billion. Again, the rest of these gross margins were 44.3 versus 44.1. These are decent earnings. They're not amazing earnings. They're not bad earnings. I would call them decent so far. Okay, here's interesting, though. Their Q2 America's revenue is down significantly. 37.78 billion. That's down from 40.88 billion year over year. What I want to know is what Tim Cook has to say about India. That is what I want to know. Okay, here we go. Q2 Greater China revenue is also down 17.81 versus 18.34. That I'm going to assume that's the statistic that caused that quick pullback. I'd say the quick pullback is going to be based on the services revenue coming in light and also lightness on China revenue, because the whole idea here is that China reopening coming out of their COVID lockdown, that was going to be a big tailwind for companies like Apple and a lot of other companies like Tesla and companies that really have a major presence in China. And you're not necessarily seeing that. Okay, you're not necessarily seeing that in China. The China reopening has not been as strong as a lot of people had hoped for a lot of different areas. A lot of people that were bullish oil thought that, demand coming out of China's reopening would cause oil prices to spike. They have not. They have gone down. A lot of people thought that China was going to really help Tesla. A lot of people thought China was going to really help Apple. And you're not really seeing that. You're seeing a slower reopening in China than people had expected. Apple is reporting all-time record high in services for the March quarter, and March quarter record for iPhone. But even though it's an all-time record for the services number, it is under what the expectation was. So it's a record high print, but it's less growth than what the analyst expectations were on the services side of Apple. The initial release took you to 170, 150. Now the stock is kind of finding its footing around 169. The real move for Apple is most likely going to be when the press conference happens, or the earnings call, rather, I should say. Okay. So that is really what it's going to be around. The earnings call is really when I think you're going to get the true move for Apple. Okay. That's what I think, because that's when they should talk about some of their guidance. And I'm sure he's going to want to address what they expect out of India, because for those of you who don't know, Apple just opened, just within the last month, their very first retail locations in India. So they can sell direct to consumers in India. All right. So that is something that we're going to really be wanting to listen to. At least that's what I want to listen to, because the hope here is that India could be a growth tailwind for Apple like China was. All right. So we're going to see what Tim Cook has to say. We'll see what he has to say once they get down into the earnings call. But my initial reaction to this is that the quick move to the upside, based on the numbers that I'm seeing, I'm concerned that if they don't give any type of indication of strong guidance, that Apple could go red. All right. So my concern here is that Apple may go red if they don't come out and really surprise with their guidance. So that is a little bit of a concern that I have. So the earnings that have come out, they're okay. They're not great. They're not bad. They are okay. Colton Brown says, could we have a series dedicated? All right, guys, never mind. Was reading the wrong message. So this is what we are looking at. See, now you're starting. See how you're starting to trade back now to the downside a bit. And see how that initial pop up off the move. These earnings are okay, and now you're trading back to see if this thing might go back into the red. So I think the real move here is going to come. Okay, the real move here is going to come once that earnings conference call happens. So this is actually a pretty uneventful after hours print for Apple on the back of this. But there's a lot of other companies that are also coming out with earnings right now. There's Lyft, Booking.com, Coinbase, Expedia, DoorDash, DraftKings, Fortinet. You got a lot of companies that are coming out with earnings right now. I'll sit here and see, if anything else changes here regarding Apple, if there is any other additional information. But right now the stock is trading pretty muted, but I am concerned this may go red unless they give some indication about some strong guidance going forward, possibly coming out of India. Okay, so that's something that we're going to pay attention to. To go over some of the other earnings that have come out so far, you've got Fortinet trading slightly up higher here to the upside. Fortinet's earnings revenue. Let's see. They beat on earnings per share. They beat on sales, 1.26 billion versus 1.2. Revenue of 1.28 expected to 1.32. That's higher than expectations. 1.27 for the next quarter. So Fortinet giving you a little bit higher guidance than analysts expected. That stock trading to the upside about 3.5%. Lyft is trading down as they did beat on earnings per share, 7 cents versus a loss of 6 cents expected. They did beat on sales, 1 billion versus 981 million expected, but they are seeing their Q2 revenue guidance is under expectations. 1 billion is their expectation. Analyst expectation was 1.08 billion, so they are falling a little bit short on guidance for Lyft, and that is having Lyft trade to the downside. Booking.com also down 5%. Earnings per share is a beat, 1160 versus 1067. And sales are a beat, 380 versus 377. Guidance, the culprit on booking.com. You also have Coinbase, which is actually, I think, a bit of a surprise here on the earnings front. Coinbase is a beat. So Coinbase is giving you 34 cents on loss of 34 cents earnings per share. That is versus an expectation of a loss of $1.36. That's a big beat. And they also had a big beat on sales, $772.5 million on sales. The estimate was $649 million. They see Q2 subscription services revenue, $300 million. Let's see. Their transaction revenue was $1.01 billion for Q1. We expect lower subscription and services revenue quarter over quarter, driven by lower USDC market cap going forward. So some pretty decent earnings there from Coinbase, and that stock trading up 8.5% on Coinbase. You also have DraftKings is out. I'm just going to go over just a couple more of these earnings, which are the ones that I know a lot of people follow. 6% up on DraftKings. That's a slight beat on earnings per share, negative 87 cents versus negative 88 cents. Sales are a big beat, 769.5 million versus 704 million expectations. But I'm surprised to see the stock trading higher. Oh, no, so they raised their guidance. The initial guidance was 2.85 to 3.05 billion. They raised it to 3.13 to 3.23, and the analyst expectation was 3.02. So that's why DraftKings trading up to the upside, up 6% on the back of that. Guidance raise. And then you also have DoorDash coming in with a beat on earnings per share, negative 41 cents against negative 58 cents. Sales is a beat, 2 billion versus 1.9 billion. And the guidance is good there as well. And that stock trading up 7% on the back of their earnings and guidance on DoorDash. Guys, Apple just went red. Okay, Apple just went red. What did I just say? We just said it here, called it out here just a few minutes ago. You heard it here just live. I told you guys, I'm worried that Apple might retrace this move and go red. There you have it. Now, Apple trading down in the red. And the markets are not going to like if the earnings conference call does not give this thing a push back up above the 170s. You have a pretty key resistance level here around 171, 170 and a half. It's right here, double top from yesterday's Fed meeting. You ran right up to it on the back of the earnings print, and you got rejected, and now you're trading all the way back to the downside. Now 166 and a half as we are rolling this over, now back into the red. Lows of the day on Apple are all the way down around 164 and a half. That's about $2 away. We will have to see if Apple is able to gain its footing and move back into positive territory after Tim Cook gives some guidance about what they expect going forward for the rest of the year, for the quarters to follow. And I really want to see him talk about India. I really want to see, India could be the tailwind for Apple. That can be a growth driver like China was for the last several years. India could be a game changer, but no real discussions in the earnings. We got to see about the conference call. And if there's no mention of it, you could see this stock continue further into the red. And that is not going to be something that the overall markets are going to necessarily like. But anything can happen during that conference call, guys. I can't try to predict what Tim Cook is going to say. I don't try to predict what he's going to say. We just try to react to to those discussions. And like I said, we'll keep you posted if there's any real major comments made from Tim Cook or the CFO going forward on the earnings call for Apple. But that stock now trading back into negative territory. All right, so those are all of your earnings announcements. And then, like I said, guys, trade of the day there on Sunrun. Congratulations again, all of our members that capitalized on this Sunrun trade. I need to know here real quick how many members are on the live stream, how many viewers we have on here that are not members of True Trading Group, guys. Do me a favor and type the letters TTG if you are not a member of TTG. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, just go ahead right now and type the letters TTG. I'd like to see how many people are on here that are not part of the True Trading Group community. Don't be shy. Just go ahead, type the letters TTG. If you guys are not members of the group, I want to see how many. I know we have a lot of our fam here as usual, but I want to see what new faces that we have on here today. So go ahead and type the letters TTG, folks. Don't be shy. You got the Lone Wolf of Wall Street. You got Brad. You have Benziah. You have Delro, Auburn, Adrian, Janice, Mikey Daddy Schmidt, David, Dilawar, Felicia, Lane, KC. Good. We got a bunch of some new faces that are joining us on the live stream here today. Steven. It's good, guys. We got a bunch of new people that are on the live stream right now. Would I like to? We got a more Almini, Mike Schoonover actually played baseball with a guy with that same last name. He was actually our shortstop for a year. Jason Delgado. Excellent, guys. Good stuff. Good. I'd like to see a bunch of new faces that are with us here today. Guys, I want to make sure that all of you that are brand new to the live stream here, if you guys are not members of the community, I'd like to explain to you guys quickly before I get into my thoughts here for the rest of the week. I've got a specific game plan for tomorrow. So I'm going to tell you guys later on in this live stream in just a few minutes. I'm going to tell you exactly how I plan on making money tomorrow. Okay. Janice wants to know, so what are we doing here? I'm going to tell you guys I don't know, Janice, what are you doing here? Why are you here? I don't know why you're here.
It's Jonas.
Jonas. I don't know why you are here, Jonas. You tell me why you were here. What is your goal? What is your ambition to be on this live stream? What are you looking for? You looking for me to give you the lottery numbers for tomorrow? What are you doing here? In just a few moments, I'm going to tell you guys exactly how I plan on making money tomorrow, exactly what I think the markets are going to do, and how we're going to capitalize on that action. I'm going to give you a game plan on another particular stock that I'm watching for a swing trade. We also just recently entered a swing trade yesterday. We're already up about 20% on that position. So we're going to update that and talk about the employment report is coming tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. This is a huge piece of data. Okay. Huge piece of data. We're filled with tremendous amounts of information this week between the Fed meeting, the crisis that was happening in the banks early this week. Things got crazy also today with rumors and lies being spread about the banking system. We'll talk about that, and we'll go over the employment numbers that we expect from tomorrow and what I think the markets do and how we're going to make money from it. So, Giannis, that is exactly what you are doing here. But for those of you that are not members, I want to make sure that you all first do understand how to join the True Trading Group family, because we are going to we haven't had a chance. We've been busy getting a bunch of stuff ready for boot camps that we're going to be hosting. So we haven't had a chance. Open enrollment, I'm extending it here till the end of the week. Okay, I'm extending open enrollment until the end of the week. Okay, tomorrow is a big day because you're going to have the employment number. We're going to find out what the unemployment number is. We're going to find out how many jobs are added. We're going to find out what the average hourly earnings are. So you have a lot of stuff that's happening tomorrow. And with the crisis that happened today with the banks, between a flat out lie issued by the Financial Times, an article that was proven to be completely and utterly false and inaccurate, some manipulation going on within those regional banks. We're going to talk about all of it. But we are extending open enrollment, guys, till tomorrow. Now, what is open enrollment? True Trading Group has grown tremendously and very quickly over the last couple of years because, quite frankly, members are having success. 78% of our members renew their membership or have gone on to become lifetime members. We only have to refund. Our refund rate is 2.43%. We're a 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,000 reviews. You saw how many people typed the $sign when I asked if you're making money, comment in chat. Members are having success. And because of that, we've grown tremendously. We have members in over 100 different countries. I want to make sure going forward that we maintain the quality and the integrity of the platform and the chat room that we have. I do not want people coming into True Trading Group that all they want to do is talk about stocks like Mullen. If all you want to do is talk about stocks like Mullen, complete garbage, waste of time. If all you want to do is talk about some phantom ghost shares that are short in some Panama account and the next mother of all short squeeze, and all you want to do is talk about how much you hate Ken Griffin, I do not want you part of True Trading Group. It's a waste of time. We are not the right community for you. You can go join some silly little Discord and they'll gladly waste your time and take your money while you guys focus on that type of stuff. That is not what True Trading Group is. True Trading Group focuses on making money. And if you want to truly learn a skill that thousands of people from over 100 different countries have, and you want to learn a professional level of education similar to what I learned that I worked at a hedge fund in New York, you want to get access to real professional tools that can help you guys earn and supplement your income, or just make better financial decisions for you and your family going forward by understanding market dynamics, understanding what's going on in the markets in your long-term portfolio, then you are the exact person that I want inside True Trading Group. So going forward, once we close open enrollment, the only way you can join True Trading Group is by going through a trial membership first. Then if you want to join, you have to apply. And then based on your interaction as a trial, we may or may not accept you into the True Trading Group community. And at that point, the membership price will be significantly higher. You're talking about an $1,800 price point minimum for the annual membership. And that's how we will maintain the quality and the integrity of the platform and the membership. But for now, we have open enrollment for the next 10 people with a 57% discount on the normal price of $2,212, which brings the price down to just $950. And the next 10 people that join will get themselves a brand new free laptop. If you see one in your checkout card, it's very simple. You're going to be getting one. You don't have to enter your address. We ship anywhere in the world. We cover the shipping. Like I said, we have members in over 100 different countries. We have shipped laptops all over the globe. You don't have to be in the US or Canada to get your free laptop. You live on Earth, I'll get you guys the free laptop. It's going to be either a brand new Asus, Acer, HP, Dell, or Lenovo. You don't have to enter your address. Be on the lookout for a welcome email when you join. The welcome email will have instructions how to claim the free laptop. Okay? So go to ttgoffer.com. The coupon code is TTG121. The price will drop to $950. You guys can use that. Sign up. You see a laptop, you're getting one. Joe, why don't you post the link to the syllabus so they can see actually what they're going to be getting? You guys get access to the entire curriculum. Okay, this curriculum is a simplified and expanded upon version of the 3-month educational training program I went through at the fund. You get beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it. We've got all of it. You have access to all of it. There are no VIP courses that cost more money after you join. We don't play games like that at TTG. I'm not going to give you half of the solution. When you join our platform, you get every single course, you get every single tool. It's all included. Now, we do have additional things you can pay for. We have like these 2-day intensive boot camps. We have in-person meetups, trader paloozas. Those things are extra, but all of the courses and all of the tools are included when you pay the $950 for the entire year. There's no upsell for those things. And I stand behind this platform so much. I have no problem offering anyone that joins a double your money back guarantee. It's quite simple how it works. Like I said before, we've only had to give a refund to roughly 2.43% of our members. 78% of our members renew their membership. We're 5-star rated with over 2,000 reviews on Trustpilot. So based on those stats, I can offer anyone that joins a double your money back guarantee. I'm dead serious. You'll pay $950 today. If you pay $950 and you go through our courses, you pass our quizzes, you attend one study group, and are still unable to make back the $950 price point at least one time during your membership.
Mike, look at the screen. Pause and look at the screen.
I see the screen.
All right.
I see the screen. I'm going to finish my train of thought and my sentence. I'll give you guys back $1,900, which is double what you are paying to join the platform. It's as simple as that. And you can keep the free laptop. And Yoel Abrams says, I heard you don't actually give out anything. There are no laptops. Well, Yoel Abrams, insert foot in mouth in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Members of True Trading Group, I'd like for you to type the number 1 in chat if you have received a laptop or some type of electronic from True Trading Group. Just go ahead and type the number 1 in chat right now if you have received a laptop from True Trading Group. So Yoel Abrams, I hope you are flexible because you must be inserting foot in mouth right now. You guys can see right here from the side of the screen how many people are typing the number 1 in chat. Every single one of these people are people that have received a brand new free laptop from us that they did not have to pay for. They did not even have to pay for shipping. We ship all over the world with and we cover the shipping. You don't have to live in the US. You don't have to live in Canada. We have members in the Philippines, in Taiwan, in Japan, Russia, India, the Netherlands, Italy, Spain, Brazil, Argentina, Mexico. We have members all over the world, and we have gotten them their free laptop, but there's only 10 of them available. So you have to go to ttgoffer.com. And as long as you see a laptop inside your checkout cart, that is how you know that you're going to be getting one. It's as simple as that. Once 10 people join, that laptop will just no longer be visible. So if you're watching this live stream later on after it's already aired, you go to ttgoffer.com, you see a laptop, you're getting one. Be on the lookout for the welcome email, because the welcome email will have instructions how to claim that free laptop. Now, if you're a trial member currently, or you used to be a trial member, or you used to be an annual member, you have to text us 786-505-4049. Again, that's 786-505-4049. The phone number is right down there at the bottom of the screen. We have to whitelist your email in order for you to get this discount. Since you've already had an account with us, we just have to whitelist your email and we can give you the $950 price point. You can also text that number if you have any questions. We're fully transparent. We're an open book. You text that number. We'll answer any questions that you have, questions about me, the mods, the laptop, the money back guarantee, whatever it is. You send us a question, we'll answer it, and we'll help get you guys situated and get you set up with your membership. All right. So again, ttgoffer.com, extending one more night for open enrollment. Take advantage of it, folks, while you still can. That $950 price point is available for the next 10 people. That next 10 people will be getting that free laptop as well. Don't forget, you got the double your money back guarantee, which I quite frankly don't think you need, but you invest in yourself. You put the $950 up, we will invest right back into you, and we'll put that money up for you as well. We're in business together, guys, when you join True Training Group. We stand behind this platform that we've created. I believe in its ability to help you reach your goals, and I have no problem offering a double your money back guarantee to anyone that joins. It's right there on the website. Read it in plain black and white. All right. So there you guys have that. All right. So excellent stuff, guys. Excellent stuff. Let's do a quick check back in on Apple. Still red. So Apple is still just trading down here. Still negative on the day. All right. Not by much. Not by much. But you did give back that initial surge to the upside. Okay. You did give back that initial surge to the upside. Now it's going to be all up to the earnings conference call. And we'll see if there's any specific news regarding guidance there for Apple. All right. All right, guys, let's go on over now to the overall markets. Let's talk about what happened today with the markets. Like I said, we're already up about 20% on the swing trade that we had entered yesterday. So yesterday I got into January 2024 expiration put options on the SPY with a strike price of 400. And my plan here is to hold this position for a few months. I did that yesterday during the Fed meeting. And, with today's move to the downside, you got about an 18 or 19% move on those options already. And this is something that I plan on holding for several months. But let's talk about what's going on here in the market itself and what I expect from tomorrow. So tomorrow you're going to have a very important piece of data come out, and that's the employment report. And that employment report is going to tell us, A, how many new jobs that there were added. It's going to tell us what the new unemployment rate is. Now, the previous unemployment number was 3.5%. The expectation is that 3.5 will have slightly ticked higher to 3.6, which is still historically extremely low. The labor market is still very, very tight. Job openings are starting to come down, but the unemployment number still remains extremely low. The expectation is 3.6. So what I'm going to be doing tomorrow is looking for 408. Hey, Mike, are we able to set up a payment plan with TTG? Kuzi, no, I'm sorry. We do not accept payment plans. You pay the $950. That's it for the whole year. There's no upsells. It's $950 for the entire year. You get all of our courses and you get all of our tools. So you pay the $950, you get the courses, but you also get Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, which is like $1,000 on its own if you went to Benzinga directly. You get congressional trading data, so you can track the trades being made by members of Congress. Quote Media's full book level 2. TradingView's premium charting software, the Trade Ideas scanner streams on our platform all day for you guys to use and focus on the best stocks for you guys to be trading. Unusual options activity, dark pool data, options flow, short data, a trading journal that tracks your trades and breaks it down to the statistics. You can see what you're doing wrong. A social sentiment scanner tells you what stock you're talking about most on social media. Analyst ratings on any stock that you were interested in. All of this is included when you guys join for the $950. You don't pay $1 more for anything it is that I just said. And the mods and I give you watch lists every day pre-market, before the market ever even opens, of exactly the stocks we are focusing on, where we believe the best opportunities are, with exact game plans. We don't just say, hey guys, watch Tesla. That does nobody any good. We will give you very specific game plans. Guys, if Tesla gets to this price, we're going to short it. If we get to this price, if AMD gets to this price, we're going to get long. This is going to be our stop loss. These are going to be where we're going to look to take profits. So you know exactly what the moderators plan on doing before we actually do it. That's so you guys can be prepared. And it's not just myself. There is 9 of us, folks. And we're there with you from pre-market all the way through until the market closes. We're not gone after an hour and you're left to fend for yourself. We're there with you for the entire trading session. And use the mobile app. Gotcha. I just don't have $950 right now, but I could pay it month by month. Because yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And listen, I got to be honest with you guys. If $950 is something that is make or break for you right now, my advice would be to not join True Trading Group right now. And it's for you to not be, don't be on YouTube looking for trading advice. If $950 is make or break for you right now, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm being very genuine that if $950 is make or break, you should spend some time to get your other situations in order. Get your house in order, get your finances, in better shape so that you can be in a better position financially, but then therefore also mentally when you are going to go through and you're going to be trading. I mean this as sincerely as I possibly can. And that goes for anybody. That's not, I'm not just speaking to you. I'm speaking to anyone. If 950 is make or break, my advice would be to take your time. True Trading, we're not going anywhere. We'll be here when you are ready, believe me. But get your house in order when you can afford the 950. Come back because, guys, quite frankly, the value that you get at True Trading Group is unlike anything. 950 is actually a joke when you think about the amount of value that you actually get on the platform. Just the tools alone are $5,000 or $6,000 in value. So if you were to go to TradingView, Trade Ideas, ETNA, Quote Media, Benzinga, all these companies that we negotiated deals with to have their tools on our platform, if you went to those companies directly to buy those products, it's going to cost you around $5,000 or $6,000. Now that does not include a single one of the courses, which is the simplified and expanded upon version of the educational program I went through when I worked at a fund on Wall Street. That doesn't include any of the workshops and the mentorship and the guidance that you get from the 9 professional traders during the day, and the questions that you being able to ask them questions during a trading session to give you all their trade alerts, all their ideas, all their analysis, all the workshops and webinars that we do every single week. That doesn't include any of that. So the 950, there's no monthly payment plan for that reason. We know our worth. It's an amazing deal. And if you can't afford the 950 right now, take your time, get your situation in order, and then come back when you're ready. We'll be here when you are ready to join the TG family. I mean that sincerely. Okay. So guys, again, go to ttgoffer.com. See a laptop, you're getting one. The coupon code is TTG121. All right. If you have any questions, or if you're a trial member, or used to be an annual member, text us 786-505-4049. Text that number. All right, so let's take things back on over to the charts, guys. We'll talk about the SPY. We did hold a key support level today. All right, we did hold a key support level today around 404. Now, you have a new range on the SPY. It's 404 bottom, 408 top. So you can draw that, write that down on your chart. I'll take you to a 15-minute chart to show this to you in more detail. All right. Now, what you will see is today's double bottom low. Okay, today's double bottom low lines up with the low of the day from the 26th. So see that low of the day from the 26th? And there's your double bottom today. That's now the bottom end of this range. Now, the resistance level that you need to be paying attention to is 408. Now, why 408? Why is that a significant level? 408 is yesterday's low from Fed day. It's also yesterday's close, and it's also low of the day from the day prior on the 2nd, when you had the situation with the big sell-off. And then again, that was bank related. Okay, that was regional bank related when you had that big sell-off surrounding the issue with regional banks and PacWest, and PacWest being the culprit, as PacWest became the new bank that was exploring a sale, and that was the bank that people thought was the next one that was going to be in trouble. And turns out that bank is looking to sell itself, and they're in talks with a lot of potential takers. Looks like you might get a deal where another bank takes over PacWest within the next couple of days. So we'll keep our ears to the ground there and see what kind of deal happens regarding PacWest. But this 308 levels and a level of resistance, I want everybody to pay attention to, because if the market pushes back up towards 408 tomorrow on the back of maybe the possibility of a good jobs report, then you could look for shorts up there around 408 to ride itself back down to this 404. And if 404 breaks, which I think 404 will break in the coming days, if 404 breaks, I think it is a clean shot. I'll show you the next level. Oops, this is the wrong drawing tool. It's a clean shot to 402, 401.75. Okay. I think it's a clean shot to 401.75, 402. Where's that level come from? There's that previous pivot low on March 30th. And then prior to that, it was high of the day and gap fill from the 29th. Prior to that, it was the resistance from the Fed meeting. And prior to that, it was resistance from the day that we found out that Silicon Valley was in trouble. Okay, so there's resistance the day we found out about Silicon Valley. There's resistance the day of the Fed meeting. Then you had the gap fill. We gapped above it. We then pulled back. That level became support, and the market rallied. And we've never gone back to test that level ever since. So you watch now for the SPY to crack underneath 404 and work your way back down to 402. And that could be a beautiful trade opportunity for us. You can either be in SPY put options for a day trade. It would be a day trade. That move would be a day trade. Or you can use that as a sign to be shorting individual stocks that are relatively weak when the market breaks that 404 zone. All right. So there you guys have it. So those are my thoughts there regarding the overall market. I'm going to look to be short the market up around 408, take profits back off down around 404. If 404 breaks, then you look for the move to 402, and then you call it a day. You stuff the profit in your pocket, which is exactly what the fam here has been doing for the last several years. And it's no different than what we've been doing here. 3 triple-digit gains so far this week. We had 11 of them last week. I'm looking to see if we can finish the week off with a 4th tomorrow. Final trading day of the week. Jobs number, unemployment number absolutely can and will move this market. 8:30 a.m. Eastern, that data comes out. We'll go over it, we'll recap it, and we'll adjust our game plans accordingly based on what that data is. All right, what happened with the banks today? So like I told you, we had some sketchiness go on today with the banks, and it was centered around Western Alliance. Western Alliance is another one of these regional banks. Now, for those that don't know, PacWest, that stock's been getting crushed. It's down 50% today. There is PacWest is looking to sell itself to another bank, and they are said to be in talks with some potential takers to sell to another bank. That stock has been selling off very aggressively on the back of that news. But today, however, the Financial Times posted an article that said Western Alliance had hired advisors to help them explore a sale. That sent this stock in an absolute free fall. This stock was down 60% at its lows. 60%. at its no. Okay. 60. All right. 60. Then the company comes out and says, okay, then the company comes out and says, and moho FOMO, I love when people think that they're informed. Moho FOMO, you're completely wrong. PacWest has not denied that they're selling themselves. Western Alliance has denied that they're selling themselves. So you should probably try to get your information, and where you get your information from, I would suggest you get it from a much better source, because you're obviously tremendously misinformed. Western Alliance was the company that the Financial Times said they were looking to sell the company. The stock was halting to the downside, down 60%. Then the company comes out and issues a statement that says it's completely false. Western Alliance comes out with a statement, says there is absolutely zero truth whatsoever. There is zero truth whatsoever. Okay, that there was zero truth whatsoever to the report. And the stock then recovered tremendously. Okay. And that caused the stock to then recover. Now, in order for the Financial Times, I'm going to tell you exactly what I think happened today, because the SEC actually came out with a statement today that said the SEC is considering a temporary ban on short selling on these regional banks, on the banks in general. And that's because you have a lot of bad actors right now that are putting a lot of bad information out there that are short all of these banks. And what I think happened was you probably had a fund somewhere with a massive short position, fed a bunch of bad information and a false source to the Financial Times. And it's on the Financial Times, it's on that reporter, and it's on that reporter's editor, or that journalist's editor, to verify those sources. Now, obviously, they did not verify those sources enough, because it turned out that the story was completely false. And the company came out, and the company actually said today that we are looking at all legal options against the Financial Times, because the Financial Times just caused this stock to lose 60% of its market cap in a matter of minutes, because they issued this report that turned out to be completely false. All right, looks like, guys, we're going to have, I want to bring somebody on for you guys real quick. So, guys, we're going to give a big AO. I think somebody, my business partner, wants to join the conversation. So, everybody give a big AO. Oh, now we're saying no. Okay, never mind. I guess not. All right, never mind. So, guys, there you have it. I'll just continue talking about the banking situation here. So that's it. All right. So that's what happened there with Western Alliance. So it turns out that story was completely false. Right. Turns out that story was completely false. The company issues that report, and the stock did recover, but did not give it all back. The stock is still down 37%. And it just leaves a terrible taste in investors' mouths right now in Western Alliance. And I think that you have to be paying attention to what's going on with these banks to help you gauge market sentiment. If a deal happens with PacWest and it turns out to be a decent deal, and things stabilize with Western Alliance, and Western Alliance stock recovers, and the overall regional bank ETF, the KRE, recovers, then I think you can look for the markets to start to get off some of that selling pressure, and the markets could recover. But you got to keep your ears open for these banks. It is what's moving this market right now. The markets are worried about contagion in the regional banking sector. And as the regional bank sector ETF sells off, the market sells off. As the regional bank ETF bounces, then you have a bounce back in the overall markets as well. All right. So that's what we're going to be paying attention to. So that's it, folks. So there's kind of my game plan now going forward. All right, that's my game plan there with the SPY and how we're going to make some money tomorrow. Trade the day today, Sunrun. We're already up about 20% on the swing, and we have the catalyst tomorrow of the employment report. Does anybody have any questions for me on anything that I just discussed, or anybody have any questions about individual stocks, something that just came out with earnings? Now would be the time to ask if you guys have any questions. So if you guys have any questions, now's the time to ask. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up and prepare for tomorrow's final day of the week. It's been a fantastic week, and we'll try to wrap things up with the employment report coming out tomorrow. All right, nobody has any questions? Great. Guys, I'm going to wrap this up. We're going to head on into tomorrow. Okay, we'll head on into tomorrow and look for the final hour. All right, we'll wrap things up. So for those of you that are not members, of the TTG fam, I'll show you guys the platform now. Okay, I'll show you guys the platform so you guys can see everything that you're going to get access to for with the $950. Okay, for those of you that are not interested in membership, you can sign off now. Make sure you subscribe to the channel before you go. All right, smash the like button, turn on your notifications to make sure you guys never miss out on any one of our live streams. So I'm going to take you guys over now. Like I said, when you do join for the $950, you get access to the entire platform. You go to ttgoffer.com, you get the $950 price point. That is a 57% discount. You get a free laptop if you're one of the next 10 people to join, and a double your money back guarantee. You're going to get our chat room, of course. Okay. Our chat room is where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades in real time. We're with you from pre-market all the way through to the after hours session. And you will be getting access to the mobile app as well. The mobile app will let you guys see the screen share, listen to the audio commentary, and get real-time push notifications when moderators enter and exit trades. This way you can follow along with everything that we are doing, even if you are not in front of your computer. You get 2 private study group sessions with our mods to help speed up your learning curve. You get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed that gives you live breaking up to the second news alerts as soon as it comes across the wire. You get congressional trading data so you guys can see what trades members of Congress are making. You get the Trading Views premium charting software, so it's commonly used charting software by traders. The Trade Ideas Scanner. The Trade Ideas Scanner will let you guys see what are the hottest stocks during the day, so you know where to focus your energy and attention. The simulator from ETNA lets you trade stocks, options, crypto, and futures with fake money but real-time data, so you can implement what you're learning in the courses before you start risking your hard-earned money. Our own proprietary scanner lets you create custom scans. Dark pool data, unusual options activity, and options flow is all included. You guys don't have to pay extra for any of this. A full trading journal will track your trades and break it down to the numbers and statistics so you can see what you're doing wrong. A social sentiment scanner will tell you what stocks are being talked about most on social media, so you know you can be ahead of the crowd. Analyst ratings, so you guys can see how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating on a particular stock. And then every day, the mods and I publish watch lists. Okay. You will know from the moderators what stocks we're focusing on with detailed game plans of what we're going to be doing before we actually do it. Then you're going to be getting access to our courses. The courses are a simplified yet expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it, we've got it. We got to welcome William. William's the newest member to the group. Everybody welcome William. 9 9 spots left. Everybody welcome William. 9 spots left. So again, guys, when you go to ttgoffer.com, if you see a laptop in your checkout cart, that's how you know that you're getting one. You guys have the double your money back guarantee. It's simple. You go through the courses, you pass the quizzes, you attend the study group. If you can't make the $950 membership fee back at least once, then we will give you guys back $1,900. That is double what you paid. You can keep the laptop. I can do that because our refund rate is only 2.43%. If our refund rate was 18 or 20%, I wouldn't be able to offer you double your money back. 78% of our members renew their membership or have gone on to become lifetime members. If that was not the case, if only 30% of our members were staying with us, I would not be able to offer you a double your money back guarantee. It's because I can offer it to you. It's because I don't think that you need it, but it's there for peace of mind. It's there to hold us accountable. You see a laptop, you're getting one. It's as simple as that. We cover the shipping. We ship anywhere in the world. Just go to ttgoffer.com. Don't forget, if you're a previous trial or previous member, you send a text message to 786-505-4049. Again, 786-505-4049. Phone number is right down there at the bottom of your screen. If you have any questions at all, text us. We'll answer anything that you guys want to know. On top of the courses, though, you're also going to get a video library. The video library has like 600 hours of workshops and webinars that we've conducted with members covering a variety of different topics. And then you can actually start attending these workshops live once you become a full-time member. Now, guys, I can't guarantee that you're going to be successful just because you joined True Trading Group. But what I can guarantee is that if you go through the courses, pass the quizzes, and attend a study group and don't make back the $950, I'll give you back $1,900. You got to invest in something real. Invest in yourself. You're worth it. So many of you would lose $950 following some stock pick that somebody on Reddit told you about. You would invest $950 in them, but you won't invest it in yourself. The best investment you'll ever make is in yourself. Plain and simple. You go to ttgoffer.com. You see a laptop, you're getting one. Coupon code is TTG121. If you guys have questions, like I said, don't hesitate to text us, 786-505-4049. So that's it, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the live. My TTG fam, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning bright and early. We've got the unemployment report coming out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, turn on your notifications. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow.